Right now, as we squeak, the DXY is diddling its biggest test in weeks. And is Bitcoin forming the exact pattern we've been discussing now for days? If so, this is the opportunity of a lifetime shoved straight into one beautiful pattern. But just when can we expect maximum liftoff? You know what they say, milk me once, shame on you. Milk me twice, that actually felt kinda nice. And Gugu Guggenheim is back with another prediction. $20,000 per Bitcoin? Strap in and strap on. Welcome back, everyone! I'm your host, Bilbo Baggins from The Hobbit, but also I'm from the future. In the year 2032, cash doesn't exist and everyone is happy. That was, of course, until people began running out of their Bitcoin because they didn't buy enough when it was cheap. The robots consider people that have spent all their Bitcoin no-coiners, and let's just say, the robots don't let no-coiners stick around for very long. Good thing I'm chubbed up on crypto. Absolutely insane, guys. So we're going to be following some absolutely insane Bitcoin breaking news in terms of price action today in this webisode. And as well, we're going to be taking a look at some top alts and some other absolutely devastating charts that we need to be paying attention to. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications as well so you never miss these absolutely time-sensitive updates. And specifically, today's pretty big, you guys, because this is something I've been waiting and crossing my fingers and toes for the last few days. And it looks as though we might actually be receiving this. So without any further ado, let's jump on in and analyze what that means. Wow, so before we jump into all the price analysis, let's take a look at this. Bitcoin could still revisit 20,000 US dollars according to Gugu Guggenheim's Scott Minerd. Guys, this guy flip-flops more than a fish in a dish, am I right? Absolutely huge. So for example, this guy was calling for like 400,000 a few months ago and then like 20,000. It even actually covers in this article a lot of his flip-flopping here, but in his latest interview, now he's saying that Bitcoin is actually in a speculative bubble, comparing it to GameStop, and believes that the crypto could visit 20K if it gets hit by risk-off sentiment. Currently, it's trading above 55,000 US dollars, you know, right under 60. It's been kind of fluctuating for weeks at this point. But then it also does highlight here that the 400,000 Bitcoin price prediction he voiced back only 4 months ago led to plenty of jubilation. He had a very low price prediction right before he came out with that $400,000 price prediction, and he also has a $600,000 price prediction. So he basically has some of the highest Bitcoin price predictions in the entire market and some of the lowest Bitcoin price predictions in the entire market. So that all is to say, somebody's got to get this man some milk. Wow, so if we jump into this chart, as well, guys, before we go any further, yeah, make sure to enter for our ETH competition. You got 22 days left, absolutely very big. Got a lot of nice entries. I haven't added a new way to get entries in a few days here. So look out over the next day or two. Going to add some more entries on how you can just increase your entries. So as of the last few hours, the DXY so far in this daily chart has found support on its 21 DMA. Absolutely very big. So this is going to be very telling over the next 2 days if the DXY can hold here, because it's something we've been tracking for a long time now. Getting rejected right underneath that 50 weekly just recently here. And yeah, we're just, we're out of this big resistance zone now because we fell so much, and it's just looking very prime for crypto. If the DXY reverses this multi-month uptrend, then that'll be very big for crypto. So this is a pretty long trend. Ultimately, I think that's exactly where it's going, is down, but we'll continue to watch. We're just testing a very important level right now after many days of dirty dumpage. And as well for Ethereum, we're back testing that previous all-time high yet again. This is the lowest. You can see exactly where we bounced was kind of the lowest range of this box here, right around 1930-ish, roughly. Yeah, about 1930-ish. So Ethereum's still looking absolutely fine. Still in the middle of a breakout, I am very confident in saying. However, that can change, and we're going to look at Bitcoin first. So on Bitcoins, let's actually start on the 1 hour chart. You can see here, it's been pretty dumpy, day after day, hour after hour, we've gotten rejected at this key fettuccine level right at 59,000 US dollars. And we were watching this for days, right? Actually, over an entire week, Bitcoin just sat right underneath it and was able to get no momentum to get above it. And that's definitely bleeding over to the longer term charts as well, but this is what's most interesting. This is something we've been watching for since quite a while now, and just a few days ago when we pumped all the way up to here, a lot of people were saying, I guess we aren't going to have that inverse head and shoulders, but now it looks as though that might be playing out exactly. And yeah, drop target anything above 53, 52 at the lowest, I think, but anything above 53,000 I think would be a very valid completion of a pattern like this. Okay, keep in mind the breakout target is going to be well above 65,000 US dollars if this bullish pattern does break out. But as well, again, the most interesting part about this, before we transition, exactly where we're holding right now is just this key fib level, right around 56,000. Actually, we're literally at 56 exactly. But a breakdown target to 53, I think, would be ultra bullish. But either way, this pattern is starting to form and play out more. But more importantly, if we go to the daily chart, look exactly where the bottom of this 2.5 month ascending triangle would be. That's right, $53,000 to $54,000 exactly, which is right here. So if we did form that inverse head and shoulders, which this is what it would look like on the daily chart. This was on the 4-hour chart, but this is what that looks like on the daily chart here. I'll draw that again. Something like this. If that is what we formed here, that would also be within a larger, more bullish structure of this ascending triangle with the same kind of support level right here. So if we go below 53,000 US dollars concretely and we stay below it and we continue to go even further below 53, then I'm going to be honest, then I'm going to get pretty bearish. I think if that happened, it would be very warranted to get bearish. And guys, we're only $3,000 above that target right now. By the time you're watching this, that might have changed. But what I'm saying here is that if we go down and we hold above 53, maybe we wick down to 52, 51, maybe even 50. But if we then come back rather quickly and hold above 53, I think that's a very, very bullish sign, and we could have a very bullish breakout here in the short term. But if we come down to 53, let's say we go down to like 40, if we actually go below 50 and we just have a breakdown here, guys, then yeah, that's pretty bearish in my opinion, because then what we have to do is start looking at this pattern just absolutely failing and going the other way. Currently, we have the 21-week MA right around 40,000 US dollars. And that's like the giant level of support, $40,000 even. I personally don't think Bitcoin will ever go below $30,000 again. Worst case scenario, I think it could very briefly go below 40K, but I just don't think that's realistic right now. I don't think that makes a lot of sense to be talking about right now, but it's just kind of in response to this, a revisit to 20K. I wonder if, I'm assuming he understands, if Bitcoin would go to 20K, that would destroy all of the technical structure and previous historical bull market structure or cyclical data that we have. So I don't see how that could happen. And again, that would look like, if it went down to 20,000, this is what that chart would look like. This is on the weekly chart. It would look like this. Okay, so that's absolutely insane. We would basically wipe out all of the gains of this entire bull market. So, yeah, I think that's absolutely silly. I think it's complete fear, uncertainty, and doubt, just absolute FUD. I don't think we're going to go to 20K. The very lowest, if everything goes horribly, horribly wrong, which I don't think it's going to, if everything goes horribly wrong over the next week, 2 weeks, 40K, I think is like the very lowest, maybe briefly dipping below 40K. But ultimately, again, I just don't see that happening. It's something to be prepared for. But since I did cover the article with the 20K prediction, I just wanted to give you my absolutely lowest prediction, which again, I don't think it's realistic. I think this pattern is much more bullish than it is bearish. And again, we're just watching out for these patterns to really play out here. This one, specifically here as well, again, 53, that would be very bullish for Bitcoin, I think. And it's more of a consolidation play because Bitcoin has just been failing over and over and over again, as you see illustrated here at that $59,000 level, and we're getting a pullback. But like I said, as long as we can hold above 53, I think that would be amazing. And again, like I said, what I'm going to do if we do come down to 53 and then we see a pretty quick, strong bounce back, then that's 100% an opportunity I think that I'm going to be entering to try and get a good trade there. Wow, so if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, turn on those ghost notifications. Remember to enter for our ETH competition. And without any further ado, that's it for me. Bye-bye.